Halloween is right around the corner, and that means it is time for some scary piston doors. Now, this is one that I built a couple of weeks ago, and I have to say I was fairly proud of this thing. I like the way that it looks. We've got a mouth that opens up, and we also have functioning eyeballs. It was all very fancy, but at the end of that video, I issued you guys a challenge, which was to create your own scary piston doors, and I have to say I was totally blown away by the responses. Not only were the builds absolutely incredible, but also some of the videos were spectacular too. So today we're going to be taking a look at 10 of the doors. Now, the first door to be featured in this video is called the Kraken, and it was built by Redstone. Now, instead of doing a typical world tour where I walk around and showcase the build, I thought it would be best to actually use a segment from their video because the video is absolutely amazing, and I think it does an excellent job at showing off the door, especially the shaders that they're using. Absolutely perfect. The way the moonlight is kind of coming down on top of the build, it looks incredible. And the build itself, all of the details in there, the actual build, the building is amazing. The details, all of the atmosphere, it's absolutely fantastic. But the thing that I was most impressed by was actually the sound. So they say at the start of the video that none of the sounds were added in post or created using commands. All of them are created just in vanilla Minecraft. And we had some jukeboxes involved, they kind of provide the backing track, but also there were sound effects from ghasts dying, there was all sorts of things going on, and it really came together to create a brilliant experience, so I was super impressed by this one. This next one was produced by a chap called Zyliss, I hope I've said that name correctly, and as you can see, it is a wolf. Now, this uses a really interesting optical illusion where the eyes look like they're following you wherever you get to, which is really creepy. And look, it works up and down as well. That looks super cool. And as you saw at the beginning there, they also blink. They can turn off and on. And there's plenty of nice details out the front. But if we walk up to the piston door itself, you will see that everything will begin to open up once we walk over these pressure plates. So the teeth will be retracted, the fire will go out, and then we can make our way through, and we've got actually a little storage system out the back here. You know, oh my word. I was about to say, I'm very surprised by the number of boats and hose references. There must be a lot of old viewers here, and I think that's about as many as I've ever had. This next design from Crafty Masterman actually takes a slightly different approach from a lot of the doors featured in this video because it focuses entirely on redstone. It doesn't care about fancy builds or any extra details or anything like that. We are literally just looking at the redstone here, and I really appreciate that because this door is super creative. As you can see, when we hit this button, a pumpkin is created in front of us here. So we've got the smiling face, we've got the two eyes, we've even got the green stalk up at the top. And the thing that I find most interesting about this is not a lazy, well, I say lazy, this is not a big redstone contraption with lots of sloppy redstone. They have put a lot of time and effort into making this thing as compact as it possibly can be. I mean, look, this is only 2 blocks wide. It's absolutely tiny. It's relatively fast as well. This thing's super quick. It opens and closes, well, considering how complicated it is, really quickly. And this is the sort of thing that would easily fit inside your base. Like, if you wanted to, you could build this without it taking up the entire area. So I'm super impressed with this thing. Nice work here. Now, I'm going to be totally honest with you here. When I asked you to submit your doors for this spooky piston door contest, I would say that someone recreating the entrance sequence for Nightmare Before Christmas was pretty high on my list of things I wasn't expecting to see. But Little Pressy P has actually done it, complete with camera movements as well. So this is another one that I'm not going to be touring. Instead, I'm going to show a segment of their video. Unfortunately, I can't use the music because that is copyrighted, so it's going to be silent, but obviously there'll be links to all of these videos down in the description if you do want to check them out for yourselves. But they have recreated the entire opening sequence. There are so many interesting details inside this build. There isn't quite as much redstone on the inside. There's a handful of piston doors and things, but I have to appreciate the amount of effort that has gone into this thing. It's spectacular. It's absolutely amazing. I was actually sat there questioning whether or not it would be possible to build this sort of thing in the time that I actually gave you guys. Anyway, moving swiftly on from that one, this next design is by Rogue Fox, and it was actually constructed on the Xbox, so once again, this is just a clip from their video, but it is very clearly Dracula. Now, something that I sometimes struggle with, or when I say sometimes, I mean I always struggle with in Minecraft, is constructing things that look like the thing that I want them to be. So, for example, if I was to try and rebuild my camper van, my own personal car, when I build it in Minecraft, it's one of those things, you look at it and you're like, I don't really know what that is. And then when I say, oh, it's a camper van, people go, oh, okay, yeah, it's a camper van. Whereas this, you look at it and you go, that's Dracula. That is 100% Dracula. And the redstone itself is also pretty interesting. When you walk up to the door, the eyes go bloodshot, the fangs pop down in the mouth, and then all of the blood starts pouring out. I really, really like this design. So great work, Rogue Fox. For this design by Box Geordie Head, I've been told to set the brightness to moody, and that has definitely helped the situation. I've also noticed that there is a Mumbo Busters van out the back here, and that's quite an impressive little build. Oh boy, oh my, that's horrifying. That is genuinely horrendous looking. And then I guess that closes everything up. It doesn't close everything up. This is amazing. This is seriously, seriously cool. So, Box Geordie Head, you have done a fantastic job here. Look at this place. Oh, and before people get angry down in the comment section, yeah, it is actually a piston door. You can make your way through this thing. And one thing that I have also noticed is that the eyes blink, and it's really horrifying. Just give it a second. Ugh. This next design it's a bit of an interesting one, and the video is definitely an experience. As I say, links to all the videos will be down in the description. This one was by James Dean, who is clearly a big fan of the latest It movie, and clearly would like to be in the next It movie, because check out their impression of the It clown voice.
Hello, Georgie. Do you want your boat? Just push the button on the side of the pipe.
Now, I think we can all agree that the actual piston door itself isn't particularly impressive. It's just a 2x2 flush piston door. But the commitment to the role was just 10 out of 10. So much so that I felt like it needed to be featured in this video. So congratulations, James Dean. You've done a great job. Another one that apparently looks best with moody lighting is this one by Zobi Maru. Now, this is a very scary looking face. Look at the little pupils. That's absolutely horrifying. And if we walk over the top of this redstone lamp, we get some horrific sound effects. And then we also get the door opening up. And look, that was complete with bats coming out of the mouth. I don't know if that was planned, but it definitely worked out. And then if we pop inside here, I mean, look at this place. That is absolutely horrible. And if we hit this button, that will actually close up everything. So you can see all of the red concrete falls back down, this piston door closes up as well, and the entire thing shuts down. Really great work. Another one that I really think nailed the art style is this one that was constructed by Feature Fire. Now, the thing that I really like about this is just the skeleton head is fantastic. I always, I've tried to build a few skulls in my time of playing Minecraft, and I've always really struggled with it. So to see this one constructed so perfectly, in fact, you know what, I'm going to take a screenshot, because you never know, this might actually come in handy at some point, because for me, this is just the perfect skull design, and then the arms extend out as well. It all looks absolutely brilliant. But if we make our way through, up the little staircase here, and then hit this button, you can see that it does also work. So the pistons retract, allowing us to go through the mouth, some TNT explodes, and then we also get some lava flowing down the front of this thing. It all looks pretty terrifying, and if we make our way through, that takes us out to the other side. Really, really like it. Really, really like this design. I wouldn't mind having something like this on the Hermitcraft server. I mean, can you imagine how cool that would look? And the final piston door of today's video is this one constructed by Amiga Does Things, and it's called the Larva Monster. Now, if we walk over this tripwire right here, you can see that things begin to happen. So the lava begins to go down, but more importantly, how cool is that? Like, seriously, how cool is that? Now, I'm wondering if we walk over this. Okay, so that closes everything up. But does that flying machine... Oh my word. That is the coolest thing ever. That is just about the coolest thing ever. I'm so impressed. So it goes from being... So it's currently an unhappy face. And then when we walk over this, he becomes angry. His eyebrows come down. And he becomes happy. And that drawbridge, I was just blown away by the drawbridge, but all the other details as well. Amazing, absolutely amazing work, ladies and gentlemen. You have really outdone yourselves this time around. So, I think that just about wraps everything up. I'm actually going to get into the light a little bit because you can't really see me right now. But I'm super, super impressed with all of the things that were submitted. There are also tons of doors that unfortunately didn't make it into this video that are also absolutely spectacular. I just really wanted to try my best to get a variety, but I'll put a link to the search down in the description so that you can just click on that and then it will show you all of the doors that were submitted, because as I say, there are some absolute Kraken piston doors in that selection, so I'm sure there'll be a wealth of inspiration down there. But anyway, I really do hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please yours that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.